Hi, this is Colin from the History Pilgrim. I hope you've been enjoying my videos and I'd be interested to hear your comments. Be sure to like and share with a friend. I have another interesting historical video. I hope you enjoy. A maritime disaster, which is known around the world, occurred on a fishing boat from the Bay State. The town of Gloucester, located on Massachusetts' North Shore, has long been a hub of the fishing industry. It is one of the oldest port towns in the US, and its entire economy revolved around fishing and shipbuilding for centuries. Be sure to pay your respects when visiting Gloucester to the Sea Captain statue, which is a memorial for all the fishermen lost at sea. Long after the statue was erected, the fishing boat the Andrea Gail sank roughly 300 miles off the coast of Massachusetts, killing all of its crew members. This disaster went on to inspire the movie The Perfect Storm, released in 2000. The Andrea Gail was a 72-foot-long fishing trawler based out of Gloucester, Massachusetts, which set out on a routine fishing expedition in the North Atlantic. The vessel's crew consisted of 6 men. They embarked on what they thought would be a 2-week voyage to harvest swordfish, which is one of the most lucrative catches. The crew chose to fish in an area known as the Atlantic Canyon, a part of the greater continental shelf that is one of the most lucrative fishing grounds in the North Atlantic. The Atlantic Canyon is a deep underwater valley where the ocean floor drops very steeply. The area is known for its abundant amounts of tuna, swordfish, and deep-sea squid. These conditions make it a very popular area for fishing, particularly in the autumn months. Swordfish are one of the most prized fish species, as they can grow to be up to 1,000 pounds, and have meat known for their firm texture and distinct sweet flavor. Swordfish meat is particularly prized fish, which is often grilled and served as steaks. As the ship sailed further northeast into the open waters of the Atlantic Ocean, the crew encountered increasingly severe weather conditions. At the heart of the storm's intensity was a combination of 3 weather systems: Hurricane Grace, a cold front sweeping down from Canada, and an intense low-pressure system from the west. As these systems collided over the North Atlantic, they created what would later be called the Storm of the Century. The wind gusts reached over 80 miles per hour, and waves towered over 100 feet. The decision of the crew was to continue fishing, driven by a desperate need for a successful catch, as they were behind on their haul and were fearing economic failure. They found their boat in the eye of the storm. The captain, a man known for taking risks, was the one who made this decision. The ship was last heard from on October 28, 1991, when it sent a distress signal reporting the severity of the storm. No further communication was received, and the vessel was lost along with the storm. The shipwreck was never found. While the 1997 novel and subsequent film, The Perfect Storm, was based off the true events of the Andrea Gail, certain elements of the plot needed to be fictionalized due to the fact contact was lost with the ship. This is because of lack of information of what occurred in the last few hours of the disaster, as well as the desire to craft a compelling story. One of the most chilling aspects of the ship sinking is the mysterious nature of the ship's final moments. While the film shows dramatic scenes of the ship struggling against a wave, the exact events leading to the ship sinking are still unknown. The Andrea Gail was about 190 miles southeast of Nova Scotia, Canada. The filmmakers had to devise scenes in which the ship struggled against huge waves, which, while emotionally dramatic, have no basis in concrete information. One of the primary consequences of the Andrea Gail sinking was an increased focus on weather forecasting and communication systems for fishing vessels. Before the storm of 1991, fishing vessels often lacked reliable means of receiving up-to-date weather reports. The crew of the Andrea Gail relied on outdated weather forecasts and limited access to communication technologies, which severely hindered their ability to make safe decisions. Had the crew had been better equipped with modern forecasting tools, they might have been able to avoid the worst of the storm. In response to this tragedy, the U.S. Coast Guard introduced more advanced satellite communication systems and weather prediction technology for ships in the open ocean. Furthermore, the Andrea Gail was not properly designed to handle extreme weather. After this disaster, it became apparent that smaller fishing vessels were not very safe for deep-sea fishing. In conclusion, the true story behind the Andrea Gail and her crew is not just a tragedy, but also one of humanity's relentless drive to survive against all odds. While Hollywood dramatized the events on big screen, the reality was no less gripping. The legacy of the Andrea Gail reminds us that while we can prepare for and predict much about the natural world, its true power is often beyond our comprehension. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe for more history videos. Sincerely, the History Pilgrim.